Hey everybody, Rio and the Roko here, back with more Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn Iron Man. I'm just gonna come right out and say it, despite what it may or may not appear to be. I actually lost the the voiceover recording portion for this episode, just doing some spring cleaning stuff. As a result, I've had to re-record the voiceover for this, so yeah, I'm just gonna be watching this alongside you and commentating, basically, only slightly before you guys do. Anyways, as you can see, pulling up the Lyre here, I decided it'd be fun to have a little bit of a training project, a particularly bad unit, try and get them to be good type of thing, you know, because I'm not losing enough units already in the fact that I've lost 2 Herons and Nalucci, but mostly the 2 Herons. But yeah, I was like, fuck it, it'd be fun. We try to train them up. So here we go, trying to open up a path here so I can start Ike on his journey to the top of the mountain. If I recall, as we're going to see, I think Har is just the one chosen to do it, because he's the only one who can double and kill the guy. Yeah, so I think we just run Har out here, if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember exactly why I'm torn between Hand Axe and Steel Axe, but I am. Cancel matter. Anyways, God, I really don't know what to really say here. I might have to speed this up in post, which is going to sound really weird. Well, it won't sound that weird, because I can keep I have 2 different audio logs, so I don't have to speed up this. That's not the point. I'll debate about that later when I'm editing this. For now, my goal here is to get Ike up the cliff, and I'm trying to see how many people can shove him, and if I can even get him up the cliff with just 2 shoves. Which it looks like we're going to find out in a second, because we're not shoving Ike quite yet. Nice crit from Shinon. Ooh, a double crit. Doesn't even need it, but he gets it. Unlike the last chapter, where he couldn't crit to save his life. Yeah, that's a very good level. I forgot he got that level up. It was a very good level up. Very happy with that. So here we go back to the how many times can we shove Ike. And here comes the kicker. He still can't get up the cliff. Actually, I think I do find a way to get him up the cliff, actually, as I look at Ranulph there. I believe I have Ranulph shove him, if I'm not mistaken. Or not. I do not have Ranulph shove him. I could have had Ranulph shove him, in fairness, but I didn't. So that's my own fault, like, still on the ground and not up a layer. Oh, I just had flashbacks suddenly as I moved to Tanya here. I remember what's coming up. It's a surprise for you guys, though. Get a soul proc. And then we get to watch Oscar fail miserably. Well, actually, he doesn't fail too miserably. If I recall, I think I have Soren set this up because Oscar can't kill otherwise. But that's fine. We'll just let Oscar clean up Soren's scraps here. Soren can set up, however you want to phrase it. Oh, I know, that's right. He had to crit still. Oscar is just that bad. He had to get the crit or we weren't going to get this kill. Got there. And I believe Oscar has a pretty decent level up here too, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he caps skill and speed, so he's actually in a pretty good spot to be Bexed now. which is probably for the best, because Oscar's kind of bad. But with the right Bex level ups, I think he can definitely overcome that particular disability. I actually forget what I'm doing right here, I'll be honest. I think if I recall, I think I'm trying to figure out how I want to move Ranulph. That if I wanted him to follow Titania and Oscar or go this way, and I think I opted to go this way. I think that's what that weird loop around the top of the thing is. This is me debating which side is going to need more healing. And I do a very non-committal move so that Riz, however you pronounce his name, can go in either direction. But as a result, it puts him way in the back. So, probably not the best move I made, but... So, this is where I start to sweat a little bit, because this mage comes up, and I was like, I didn't actually check the damage that the Thunder Mage did to Har. I'm fairly confident even now that he can't one-shot Har. There's no way he doubles, but... I'm like, oh shit, the 9 damage from this guy might be just enough to put it over the top, depending on how much damage the Thunder Mage actually does. But in the end, as you'll see, I don't believe the Thunder Mage moves at all. Both good and bad. We let the green units kind of just get chipped at. I don't know how to make this entertaining. Probably could go off on some other little tangents here. Such as the fact that I have a little surprise. I've been working for... I think it's going on 2 months. I think it's a little less than 2 months, but let's just say 2 months for the sake of argument. I think it's a bit less, like a month and a half or whatever, but... on a special little video I've been trying to make to bring back a series that I did only a handful of videos on in the past. I don't know if that video will be out before this one. So if it's out before this one, then it's not as much of a surprise. But I think this video should be out before that one. So be prepared for a returning series. I might have to, I'm definitely have to, like, speed this up. This is just not the same when you're not actually playing, and I'm not actually having to stop and think, because I'm trying to remember what it was I was thinking about when I stopped to think. Look at Oscar getting a kill, pretending he's useful. We're gonna try and make him useful. And then Titania actually is useful. God, the animations in this game are pretty nice. They're not, like, fantastic by any means, but they are pretty nice animations. I'll be honest, I don't remember what I'm thinking about right there. That was me debating whether or not I have Lyre use another Olivey Grass, and then I was like, nah, not for 5, we'll just let her transform on the next turn. I'm in no rush, especially when she can't really hit anyone this turn. Let Har do Har things here. Just like the last chapter, pretty much just going to let Har charge the back line, do all the work. Well, maybe not all the work, but do most of the work. recording this, I'm still so tired. I keep yawning. I'm also sweating for some reason. Not that you needed to know that, but now you do. Very warm where I am right now. Anyway. Oh yeah, I think I have to have... I don't have Mia finish this guy off. What was I doing? What was my thought process here? I mean, I wanted to break the killer bow, I guess, because it only had one use left. Oh, I remember what my thought process was. It was, if Shinon can one-shot this guy, then it means Mia can keep moving forward. But since he didn't crit, Mia had to come finish him off. Now I remember where I was going with that one. Ranulph, doing Ranulph stuff. Shove not really helping, which is why I opt out of it. And then we got the rear guard. And I do opt to have Rise come with the rest of them. And this is fun. Here it is. Crit Soren. Crits Soren. As I was saying in the video itself, I kind of asked for that. There was absolutely no reason I needed to move Soren into the ballista range. He didn't accomplish anything. He didn't assist in getting a kill or take out a very key target. There was literally no reason to put him in range of that thing, so... Yeah, he would have lived if he hadn't gotten crit, but he shouldn't have even been in the range for the guy to potentially get the crit. So, yeah, I kind of deserve that one. And then the green team gonna try and help me out here. That guy actually does, because he clears the path, allowing me to get up the cliff. These two are about to go on a little safari, as we'll see coming up here. Oh yeah, this is where I debate back and forth, like, how do I use Oscar here? Because he can't, as we're about to find out, kill the halberdier without critting. Not so good. So we opt to go after the mage, and we're praying for crits, which we don't get. So we are risking the 13 damage, but Oscar dodges. There's the crit we needed before. I wouldn't say need, but would have been nice. So this is where things get, where I start to get a little ballsy here. Is I should probably have Titania end her turn in a position where she can attack these Thunder Mages on the off chance that she somehow hits with her less than 50% hit rate. Well, that guy's got 61, that's pretty good. But I'm trying to figure out what I want to do exactly, and as you'll see, it's probably not the best idea that I go with. So, just checking accuracy there, and I think this is it. I think I make this particularly poor decision where I'm like, hey, let's leave that one guy below me alive. My thought process being that the cats will take it out, or that I can take it out on the next turn or so. I just wanted to try and open up a path to get to the high ground, which was not worth it. What I should have done is just killed the, what's it called, the halberdier with a hand axe or the short axe, and then just left Titania in range of the mages for them to attack her on their turn. But, you know, this is kind of one of those hindsight things. Hindsight doesn't do you a lot of good. It's kind of useless, honestly. Checking to make sure everybody moved, and then I remembered Har probably should do Har things. And the Wormslayer, as you are about to see, is the only real threat. I mean, the mages can do a little bit of damage, as we'll see here at 10 damage apiece. But the Wormslayer is the only one who can do any actual real amount of damage. That is a threat to Har. And here comes the problem. Har can't double. And there's a 1% crit chance. So I'm going to need 2 turns, or my turn plus enemy phase to kill him. And I've already lost Soren, so now I'm playing real safe. Excuse me. Especially when it comes to Har's life. So what I end up doing is just kind of slow killing everything up top here until I can get into a position where I'm more confident taking out the Swordmaster. Yeah, debate about using the hammer, but then I'm like, we kind of don't need it. Har's actually strong enough to fight generals without the hammer. I don't remember if I traded it now in this chapter or at the end, but I know, or at least I think I did. If not, I need to do it still. Is move the hammer over to Titania, because she actually doesn't have the strength to 2-round general, or to 1 round a general, like Har does. So she actually will be able to make use of the hammer. So yeah, this is where I'm getting all set up, trying to count out tiles here, figure out how I'm going to get that Swordmaster without risking that 1% crit. I believe Titania fucks up real hard here. She did get the counter. Oh no, she doesn't screw up. Never mind. I'm thinking of a later time where she kind of doesn't do so hot on the attacking up a cliff. Although the one thing I can say in retrospect, looking back at this chapter, is it's kind of interesting. Like in this chapter, you're climbing the hills. The enemies have a lot of high ground advantage. But in the next chapter, the defense chapter, they actually are nice enough to give you plenty of high ground so that you can play with the high ground a little bit and get the advantage. Kind of a nice touch. This is where we're praying that Oscar gets a crit. As we can see, Oscar sucks. I think the cat and or the tiger are just going to quick finish that guy off. These two, yeah, they moved, I guess, and one healed up, but I believe the cat, oh, the cat doesn't die here. I thought this cat died right here. I could have swore I lost, oh, that's how he dies. Yeah. D-shifting in the right below a ballista will definitely get you killed. He says as I revert Ranulf. That was a complete and total accident. I'm an idiot for that one. But it's going to be okay. As we saw there, I did check ranges and made sure that the enemy can't actually target Ranulf. Well, more accurately, the fire mage can't target Ranulf, which, if I recall correctly, I guess someone can feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, but if I am doing this right, when the Lagoos are outside of their transformed state, when they're in their humanoid state, I don't think they have their vulnerability to the magic type. But I could be wrong. So this is about the end of the road for Har, or not for Har, for Oscar and Titania in this chapter, since the only way up now is cliffs, which horses cannot navigate. So yeah, here we go as we start counting tiles, trying to figure out how I'm going to get around this Swordmaster without risking that 1% crit and that death of Har. In the end, the decided upon tactic is to just open up a space where the that guy, the short spear guy that's currently highlighted that we didn't attack, open up that spot so that Har can do hit and runs without being inside the Swordmaster's range when he's done moving. The funny thing is, if I recall, we don't even commit to that. I think we aggro him by accident and he just kind of, I think he fights Ike or Ran. I think he fights Ranulf. I think I accidentally moved Ranulf into his range on the next turn and transform, and he just kind of walks in and gets himself killed on Ranulf. Yeah, that was not so good on the accuracy, and I didn't want to leave Oscar in range of potential, like, 3 enemies, I think it was in range of. 2 mages. Yeah, it would have been in range of 2 mages and the spearman. I start playing a lot safer with the Death of Soren here. Now, this was one that confused me. Because he should have seen a lot more damage on Har than he would have saw on Titania. And both would have retaliated, yes. So, I think what happened here... I didn't get the chance to look, obviously, because he's dead. But I think what happened here is he saw a better to hit on Titania, even though he saw more damage on Har, so he just went after Titania instead. Yeah, Ranulf taking a ballista to the face. Oh no, he dodges, my bad. And now he's back to the ability to transform. And this guy decides to get himself killed after living. Decides it's his best shot in life is to get himself killed. So this is a vain attempt to open the way for Har, and this I think is where Titania fails. Oh no, she doesn't. Oh, you know who fails? Yeah. Here's our failure. Granted, he only had 37 to hit, but he wouldn't have gotten a kill unless they both hit. So Ranulf, yeah, this is what happens. I move Ranulf out here, completely forgetting that the Swordmaster can actually reach him in that spot, and so he just ends up aggroing the Swordmaster. Checking damage on the Elfire. We're like, yeah, he does live. He's got quite a bit of HP left after the fact. We're looking at, what would that be? 21 on 19 is 40. So his res would be 20. It's 20 damage. Yeah, he's got plenty of HP to spare after taking that hit. If he even takes that hit. He is a cat and Ranulf. So he's got pretty good avoid, but again, playing it safe. Soren, the Death of Soren's got me spooked here. So we finally get the path opened up. We can get Har to sneak in here. And then this is where the... yeah. I was like, oh yeah, he's in range of Ranulf now. Luckily, if he crits Ranulf, I don't think he does too much damage. I don't know if I ever... did I check? I think I checked that before the turn ends. Either way, Ranulf should be fine. Bunch of wimpy-ass moves just to get everybody caught up. One ballista, more or less down. There he goes down. Sad day. And Liar taking a beating from the ballista because her evasion is garbage. Despite being a cat, although she's not particularly fast either, despite being a cat again. So yeah, he's got 0 crit. And even if he had 100% crit, he doesn't do that much damage to Ranulf. So we're fine. Feeling very confident with that guy down now that Har has complete reign on the top shelf there. So this is where all my Lagoon's friends start to get themselves killed, and I don't really offer assistance. I just kind of laugh maniacally and watch this happen. Am I a bad person? Probably. Does it cost me bonus XP? A little bit. Does it really matter? Nah, let it happen. So yeah, we make the worthless moves on everybody else on the off chance they somehow can get back into this fight. Especially these two. They're so far gone, I don't even know why I'm bothering to move them. Although it does work out in my favor, as we'll see a little bit later. kind of forget what I do here. I think I just let Har sit there with a silver axe. And just pull as much aggro as he can. 2 range be damned, I think. Yeah, I think I just do get in range of as many people as possible, pull as many as you can. You won't be able to retaliate against them all, but the ones that do fight you in melee die type of a thing is my mindset here. Yeah, I think I'm trying to keep the ballista, or the one guy off the ballista. I think it's in the back of my mind. Like, if I can aggro him with Har, he might not go back on the ballista, which will save Lyre. It won't necessarily save her life outside of a rogue crit like what they did with Soren, but it's kind of worth it to make sure that Lyre doesn't die. Yeah, this is where we get desperate again, try and get Ike up a cliff, and it doesn't work again, unfortunately. Yeah, so Titania and Oscar are just, like I said before, they're kind of done. They've done everything they can do. Or have they? Epic foreshadowing. Oh, that's right. Take a pot shot at Riss there. That scared the shit out of me when I was playing. I was like, holy crap, I didn't know I left Riss in range. And another straight crit could have been the death of him, too. But thankfully, we're alright. Oh, that's right. This is where I get really scared because Ranulph's about to untransform. In fact, on the next turn, he does because the cat gauge sucks. Foolish little warriors here. Trying to take on Har. They should know better. So if I recall, this is the turn where I get to actually... Yeah. This is where I'm like, oh, there's reinforcements. Oh, and Ranulph untransformed. It's like, how do I do this? How do I keep Ranulph alive? Because I don't think he has a Lagustone, if I recall. And Ike can't kill them with the Wind Edge. And you can't shove him because of the whole cliff thing. Best we can do is Concoction Ranulph, because he only has an Olivia Grass. We can't get him back into cat form this turn. So I have to start checking attack speeds, damage, accuracy. This is where I'm sweating bullets again. So I'm like, if this goes wrong, Ranulph will die. This is going to very easily spell the end of Ranulph. So we set up Har here to deal with the mage on enemy phase, as well as take out one of the 2 wyverns who are threatening Ranulph. But we still don't have an answer to the general. And spoiler alert, we don't have an answer to it this turn. It's all about making sure Ranulph can survive. Oh yeah, and so knowing that Har has kind of done everything he can do to protect Ranulph, he hasn't actually. There is one thing he could do to help out, but I don't do it. I could body block by putting Ranulph in a corner and having Har sit on one of the 2 tiles left that's available, but instead I decided my best bet is to start whittling down these generals here and just move Har into range of the both of them with 1-2 range. So now is where we get real scared, as we start to sweat just how much crit chance, how much damage. Well, we checked the I checked the damages in the game there, but I think I checked crits as well. But yeah, I'm scared here. This could very easily be a game over. Yeah, we had the Olivey Grass because Cat Gauge sucks. As much as I would like to send her after that Archer, maybe even the Thunder Mage. This is where if Har was able to score a crit, it would be so cool. It doesn't end the chapter, but it'd be nice to just get rid of this guy. But we can't. Don't get that 10%, well, not quite 10%, but for the sake of argument, just roll with me that roughly 10% crit there. See, now that's what weirded me out, is why the Archer, I think the Ballista's out of shots, is why he moved. But there's a part of me, even now, I'm like, I didn't count the shots, but I thought he had one more shot left. Because he shot the Cat twice, Soren, Riss. Those are the ones I can remember. Maybe he did shoot it a fifth time and I wasn't paying attention, but yeah, seeing him walk over to fight the Cat from the high ground was a bit of a... I was like, okay, it's not what I expected. I can handle it though. So here comes Ranulph don't die moment. Luckily that 34 HP, or 34 HP, ha, that 34 to hit, pretty garbage. Ranulph is able to survive that. And I believe he doesn't... Oh, okay, never mind. He does take damage there. But we get a lot of gauge back because we dealt 0 damage. And for some reason, if you do 0 damage, you get gauge, whereas if you hit deal damage, you don't, for reasons that make sense only to the people who created this game. So now is where I start checking, can I send Lyre up here to deal with these 3 guys? And the answer is, unsurprisingly, no. Lyre can't do it. She is way too trash for that. My goal is, like, maybe I can heal her up, and she can do it, but even then, no, she can't do it. Not unless the mage was in range, where she could kill the mage. Then she could be up there, because she only has to worry about the bow and the axe, or the lance, or whatever the guy's got, the general. But unfortunately, I can't reach the one target that would matter in terms of making sure that she can go up there safely. So instead, we opt for this convoluted idea of mine. Basically, if you can't get Lyre up the cliff, just get the guy on the cliff off the cliff. So Lyre can kill him, which is great. It's what we want. She's in range of the mage, but she can survive. In range of the general, but again, she will survive, taking both the hits. But once again, I get cold feet. And I just can't bring myself to send Lyre in there more or less alone. So we have to do it that way. So basically what I'm trying to do, for what it's worth here, with Lyre there, is I'm trying to keep her in range of Riss, so that Riss can heal her on the next turn. Because if she's at full HP, I feel a lot more confident sending her up the cliff there with the 2 remaining guys. Especially since if you don't move correctly, the mage will get to hit you first, and I'm trying to avoid that. Oh yeah, I want to point out right now that I'm looking at it again, and then it's all flooding back to me here. When this is done, look where Ike is standing. Come on. There we go. Look where Ike is standing, okay? 1 tile above where archers or snipers would sit on a ballista. 1 tile above it. It's going to be important. once I'm done debating whether or not these guys are going to move, I decide that I think I'm saying, like, yeah, they don't move to the best of my knowledge, but we're going to play it safe. We're not going to lose another unit. Soren's more than enough. Especially when Har can take care of them with no problem at all. Looking for that sweet, sweet Har level up. And we get his 3 usual, which again I'm perfectly fine with, because the sooner they cap, the sooner you can backspin. Har's just done fighting that guy. Just, nope, we're done. Get rid of him. Get out of my sight. Goodbye, Calum. Calum. Alright, so this is where I start to get a little nervous. So I'm like, oh, that one cat's gonna try and go up the cliff and take the 2 kills that I'm trying to feed to Liar, just to pretend Liar actually did something in this chapter. And yeah, for whatever reason that still eludes me, I actually opt to move up the cliff like that, instead of what I should have done, which is just moved just outside the mage's attack range. On the next turn, moved in to take out the mage. But as we all know, I don't always do the smart thing. I usually do the dumb thing. Sometimes the fun thing, but the fun thing is usually the dumb thing. Yeah, this is where I'm starting to look for the, what's it called? Now I'm blanking again. Etar. So, I want it to be noted where Ike was standing, because that's important. And so yeah, I rescue all the green units because I'm trying to let Liar get the kill on this general. You know, the general that she deals all 0 damage to. This is definitely where I'm going to speed up the recording. So, I don't know how to talk over that part quite yet, because I haven't sped up the recording. I probably should have done that first. Actually, as I'm thinking about it, I definitely should have done that first. Live and learn. Live and learn. But, yeah, basically what I decide here is I'm going to let Liar grind up her strike rank, and I'm checking all the different stats here to see how well Liar can survive. And the truth is, she sort of can. She can survive 2 attacks from the guy, and she falls on the 3rd attack that he hits with. But as we can see, his hit rate's not, like, super good. It's definitely not bad enough where I feel like confident in Liar's success and survivability, but it's low enough where I'm like, Liar should be more or less okay, especially since I gave her a healing item. I also spend a lot of time raising Rissa's staff rank, as we've seen over the course of this, but that's neither here nor there. Right now, it's just about Liar training. Getting that strike rank up. And so after all the movement, I literally have Ike hit every single tile on the top shelf of this ridge. Every single tile. Before I finally break down and look up where the Etard is. only to find that the Etard is in the spot where Ike was standing when he fought the Wyvern Knight, but apparently he didn't find the item at that time, which is, I didn't even know that was possible, I'll be honest. But we pick up our extra Etard. Not that we're necessarily going to need it, but we pick it up anyways. And we finish up this chapter by just moving Ike and Ranulph into the same location, with Lyre successfully gaining her extra strike rank. And, I don't know, graduating to cathood. She moved from kitten to cat. Anyways, that's more or less how all this went. I apologize that it had to be done in this strange fashion. I apologize again for after halfway through this recording figuring out a better way to do it. But I put in way too much effort right now to go back and fix and watch all this again after editing it to the speed I wanted it to be. It's just, I'm gonna chalk it up as a whoopsies, and we're gonna move on. So that's all for now. Thanks everybody for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.